The White Lotus and the Red Lotus, two sides of a Pai Sho tile. But what's the history behind these mysterious organizations? Well, thanks to a letter that Uncle Iroh had written to Zuko before his passing, Iroh revealed that the secret organization was originally just a group of like-minded individuals dedicated to uniting the four nations. Then their mission expanded into protecting and training the Avatar for the good of all mankind. The tile-based board game Pai Sho was always at the center of the group.
I see you favor the White Lotus Gambit. Not many still cling to the ancient ways.
Those who do can always find a friend.
Then let us play.
It was first an excuse to share information in a casual manner. But when this group of allies grew too large, Pai Sho became a vessel for symbols and codes. They were able to secretly plan and strategize together in full public view. Like a flower on the edge of a sidewalk, they grew right under everyone's nose.
The White Lotus opens wide to those who know her secrets.
What are you old gas bags talking about?
I always try to tell you that Pai Sho is more than just a game.
As this group blossomed, they became known as the Order of the White Lotus, named, of course, for Pai Sho's iconic White Lotus tile.
Most people think the lotus tile insignificant, but it is essential for the unusual strategy that I employ.
Now, you may be wondering what kind of timeline we're looking at. Well, we don't know exactly when this legacy began, except that they were established by the time the Avatar Kuruk passed away. That's when the White Lotus failed to properly identify Kuruk's successor. Consequently, Avatar Kyoshi had an extremely difficult upbringing. That changed over time with some help from the White Lotus member and Kyoshi's secretary, Jinpa. Centuries later, in the height of the 100-Year War, Avatar Aang was the next to work closely with the Order. Not that he realized it.
You can't keep us here. Let us leave!
As King Bumi of Omashu put Aang through several unique challenges, the secret White Lotus member reminded his old friend that things were not always as they seemed.
I solved the question the same way I solved the challenges. As you said a long time ago, I had to open my brain to the possibilities. Bumi, you're a mad genius.
And then there was the Fire Nation deserter, Zhang Zhang.
He's the first person ever to leave the army and live.
Avatar Aang was desperate to learn from this firebending master, even though Aang was not at all ready to start firebending.
Why won't he see me?
He says you're not ready. Says you haven't mastered waterbending and earthbending yet.
Wait, how does he know that?
He saw the way you walked into camp. He can tell.
I'm going in anyway.
Aang eventually convinced Zhang Zhang otherwise, with the help of Avatar Roku.
You think I am weak?
Avatar Roku. No, I did not mean that.
I have mastered the elements 1,000 times in 1,000 lifetimes. Now, I must do it once again. You will teach the Avatar firebending.
Yes. I will teach you.
Really? That's great!
Though, as is often the case, the Avatar in training should have listened to the White Lotus.
You burned my sister! This is all your fault!
I know. Now pack your things. You must leave immediately.
I'm sorry.
Another White Lotus mainstay? Pakku of the Northern Water Tribe, who was especially important at fueling Team Avatar's growth.
Not bad, not bad. Keep practicing and maybe you'll get it by the time you're my age.
He tried to teach Aang master-level waterbending, though teaching Katara is what would really build Aang's skill set over time.
You're late.
Good to see you here.
You too.
Pakku showed the value of building Team Avatar and not just the Avatar himself, just like their next White Lotus tutor, Piandao.
Your butler told me that when I met you, I would have to prove my worth. But the truth is, I don't know if I am worthy.
I see. Well then, let's find out together how worthy you are.
This non-bending member of the Fire Nation helped transform Sokka into an expert swordsman. Take note of all the lotus symbolism in his home.
The Master wanted you to have this, as something to remember him by.
It's a Pai Sho tile.
The White Lotus. Huh.
What does it mean?
I have no idea.
Piandao also helped train a future Fire Lord, Zuko. Now, come to think of it, perhaps that's when Piandao was originally indoctrinated into the White Lotus, via Zuko's uncle, Iroh.
It is an honor to welcome such a high-ranking member of the Order of the White Lotus. Being a Grand Master, you must know so many secrets.
We learned most of what we know about this organization through Iroh. As the group's Grand Lotus, he and he alone had the power to summon their warriors for battle. The world witnessed that assembly during the return of Sozin's Comet.
Well, look who's here.
The White Lotus has always been about philosophy and beauty and truth. But about a month ago, a call went out that we were needed for something important.
It came from a Grand Lotus, your uncle, Iroh of the Fire Nation.
The Order of the White Lotus was crucial in ending the 100-Year War. But in doing so, they revealed themselves to the world. And unfortunately, that action planted a seed that would blossom into the deadly Red Lotus.
Red Lotus? Are you related to the White Lotus?
We are what the White Lotus was meant to be. But after the 100-Year War, the White Lotus lost its true purpose. Its members came out of hiding and openly served the Avatar. They became nothing but glorified bodyguards who served corrupt nations. So a great man named Zhai Bao broke from the White Lotus and began his own society.
In addition to this legendary Zhai Bao, there were several other powerfully influential Red Lotus members who believed that chaos was the natural order of society. Two of these members were Zahir, the martial arts expert, and Avatar Korra's very own uncle, Unalaq.
What? My uncle was part of the Red Lotus?
I met your uncle when I was a teenager after we had both joined the Red Lotus. We learned about Rava and Vaatu and how Avatar One foolishly severed them, disrupting the balance of the world forever.
Avatar One wasn't foolish. He was trying to restore balance.
He closed the portals, severing humans from spirits. Even you realized the error in his ways.
Once they were radicalized by Zhai Bao, Zahir and Unalaq led a mission to kidnap baby Korra. They wanted to use her to open the spirit portals, and then raise her under Red Lotus ideology.
That's why you tried to take me when I was a kid?
Yes, and with members of the Red Lotus as your elemental masters, we could have taught you so much.
Sounds like you wanted to brainwash me so I'd do whatever you wanted.
No, Korra. All I wanted was to show the Avatar a better path for the world.
They did not succeed in kidnapping young Korra, and while much of the Red Lotus was imprisoned, Unalaq was not.
He wasn't with us that night, and he covered up his involvement afterwards.
So he betrayed you, just like he betrayed me.
Yes. He allowed me and my friends to remain imprisoned while he pursued his own selfish goals.
These goals included opening the spirit portals through whatever means necessary.
If you want your friend to make it out of the spirit world, you'll open the other portal now.
Because of Unalaq, I betrayed Tenzin, opened the portals, and threw the spirit and human worlds into chaos. It was my fault he fused with Vaatu and became a Dark Avatar. And I was helpless to stop him from destroying Rava and cutting off my connection to my past lives. With Rava gone, Unalaq and Vaatu became more powerful than ever.
But Korra became more powerful too. She turned into a giant spirit.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
And opening the spirit portals turned out to be kind of a good thing, actually. It brought back airbenders. Some people who could never bend any element in the past suddenly discovered this new ability to airbend. Unfortunately, Zahir was one of them.
Lahima once wrote, "Instinct is a lie, told by a fearful body, hoping to be wrong."
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that when you base your expectations only on what you see, you blind yourself to the possibilities of a new reality.
After years of imprisonment, Zahir escaped, and soon helped his other Red Lotus masters escape as well. First, we met Ghazan, the earthbending master with the uncommon ability to lava bend.
It's nice to see you again, Ghazan.
Thanks for busting me out.
Then there was Ming Hua. She was born with no arms and somehow learned to replace them through waterbending.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see your ugly mugs again.
Great to see you too, Ming Hua.
Finally, Pali, a combustion bender with an explosive love life.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I never doubted. Really? Right now?
The 4 escaped Red Lotus members colluded to kidnap Korra again, with the help of a less obvious member, Ai Wei.
Avatar Korra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Ai Wei.
Thanks for having us.
In the Earth Kingdom city of Zaofu, Ai Wei was advisor to the matriarch, a very powerful position. But despite his usefulness, Zahir would eventually turn on Ai Wei.
You left a loose end.
I assure you, no one knows anything about us.
No, you are the loose end.
Zahir!
He'll be spending eternity in the fog of lost souls.
These remaining members of the Red Lotus continued their scheme to sow chaos by attempting to capture the Avatar and also dismantle governments.
Attention, citizens of Ba Sing Se. I have an important announcement to make. Moments ago, the Earth Queen was brought down at the hands of revolutionaries, including myself. I'm not going to tell you my name, because my identity's not important. I'm not here to take over the Earth Kingdom. I think you've had enough of leaders telling you what to do. It's time for you to find your own path. No longer will you be oppressed by tyrants. From now on, you are free. I deliver Ba Sing Se back into the hands of the people.
The assassination of the Earth Queen was one massive victory for the Red Lotus.
Ba Sing Se has fallen. After Zahir and the Red Lotus toppled the Earth Queen, the city descended into chaos.
The Air Nation was the next target.
Zahir is headed to the Northern Air Temple as we speak. He said he's gonna wipe out the new Air Nation and everyone in it, unless you turn yourself over to him.
And Korra had no choice but to give herself up. It was a trap that would set up the Red Lotus's ultimate plan.
Once we administer this poison, your body will naturally react, forcing you into the Avatar state in an effort to keep you alive. Sadly for you, you'll be entering it for the last time.
No! The Avatar cycle!
Yes. When we dispatch you in the Avatar state, the cycle will end.
That's right. Zahir and his deadly Lotus cohorts were closing in on their goal to rid the world of the Avatar permanently. But they underestimated the power of the Avatar state. Team Avatar escaped to their own perils and put an end to Pali, Ming Hua, and Ghazan. Korra eventually achieved a grim victory, one with long-lasting consequences. You see, Korra struggled with the effects of her poisoning for some time, and the Earth Kingdom saw massive political struggles after their queen was slayed. It was, to some degree, the exact chaos that the Red Lotus had hoped for.
No! You don't understand. The revolution has already begun. Chaos is the natural order of all... Whoa!
Zahir was incarcerated once again, but there's no way of knowing just how many more Red Lotus members exist in the world. How many more masterfully deceitful players were left working to sow seeds of chaos? Like a weed on the edge of a sidewalk, the Red Lotus could still be growing right under everyone's nose. Tell us who else you think might have been a member of the Red or White Lotus. Maybe Monk Gyatso? He sure did enjoy Pai's show after all.
Very interesting move, young one.
What do you mean?
Comment below, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for all things Avatar.
Hey.